गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन। शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, गाइए। सिद्धि सदन गजवदन विनायक, सिद्धि सदन गजवदन विनायक, कृपा सिंधु सुंदर सबदायक, कृपा सिंधु सुंदर सबदायक, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन। मोदक प्रिय मुद मंगल दाता, मोदक प्रिय मुद मंगल दाता, विद्यावारिधि बुद्धि विधाता, विद्यावारिधि बुद्धि विधाता, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन। मांगत योगी जन कर जोरे, मांगत योगी, मांगत योगी जन कर जोरे, बस ही श्री माता जी मानस मोरे, बस ही श्री माता जी मानस मोरे, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन। शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, गाइए गणपति जगवंदन, गाइए 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 गणपति जगवंदन।
जय श्री माता जी भैया, you can start now.
Jai Shri Mataji, and a very warm welcome to all the seekers on our session this morning. As you may be aware, we are having these sessions daily, 3 times. That is one in the morning at 8 a.m., one in the afternoon at 4:15, and one in the evening at 7:45 p.m. All these sessions are for new seekers to know more about Sahaja Yoga and to get their self-realization. Apart from this, we are having one more session at 5:30 p.m. in the evening daily again for the seekers who have understood the basics of chakras, nadis, and have started getting vibrations on their hands and now want to go deeper into meditation. So we are having these 4 sessions daily on the same YouTube channel and the same Zoom link. Also, one session on Saturday morning is in Marathi, and one session, this one on Sunday morning, is in English. Rest all are in Hindi. So we started a few sessions in other languages because of some seekers requesting sessions in their languages. So now, in the next hour or so, what we'll do is briefly talk about what is Sahaja Yoga, how is it different from the other methods that we are seeing, and then we'll talk a little bit about our internal subtle systems, the chakras, nadis, etc. And then we will go for the most important bit is the self-realization experience. After that, if you have any questions or you want to share something, you can join the Zoom link and ask us directly, or you can leave your questions on the YouTube chat. We'll try and answer them in the session itself. So now let us start without any further ado. Sahaj Yoga was started by Shree Mataji Nirmala Devi, whose photograph you can see behind me, in 1970. Sahaj Yoga, it seems like it's a new word and it's a new methodology. But as Shree Mataji says that everything that is so vital has to be based on something that has been discovered before. You cannot get a fruit just hanging in the air like that. It has to have its roots, stems, the leaves, and flowers before that. That is how Sahaj Yoga also has evolved. It is the same yoga methodology that has been followed in our country, great country of ours of yoga. Shrimataji has named it Sahaj, and there are several reasons behind that connotation. Sahaj is something very simple and spontaneous. All living processes are simple and spontaneous. If you look at our digestion, our breathing, the sprouting of a seed, the turning of a flower into a fruit, all of these processes are living processes. They are done by the living power, the living God. And these are thus very spontaneous. They happen on their own. They're not done by us, by any efforts. We do not pull the primule of a seed to make it into a tree. It's just put into the Mother Earth. The Mother Earth has the quality to sprout it, and the seed sprouts. That is how living work happens in the world. All of the work that we do is all dead work. We make something dead out of a dead thing. So, our yoga, which means the union, a union with the divine. So, our union, that is our Atma, really, that is the only real thing inside us. The union of this Atma with the Paramatma. This is the meaning of the word yoga, which has now been very much confused. And we think there are so many types of yogas, etc. So, this is why the name Sahaj Yoga is given to this method by Shree Mataji, because it's very important for us to understand that this happens on its own. The other connotation to Sahaj word is Saha and Ja, that means with and born. All this mechanism, this process, or whatever name we may call it by, has been built in within us through ages of our evolution. When we say it has to be based on something, even the mechanism, the chakras, the nadis, all of this has been developed and built through various incarnations across the ages inside us. We say that whatever is in the Brahmand is in the pind also. So whatever is outside is inside. So whatever was created in terms of these chakras and the Virata are inside us, and all these incarnations, these gods, goddesses, they're all inside us. We've been hearing since childhood that God resides inside. We go to temples or churches or mosques and we close our eyes because He's inside. So all of that was built in and has been created. And it is with us since our birth. We have that right to get our yoga. Being a human being, we can get our self-realization. Now, the question arises that how can we get it then? How is it so easy? We have heard that this is the most difficult thing. And we are household people and we don't have the time to go to Himalayas and the forests and work hard for this. And the answer to that is that the times have changed a lot. As Shrimataji says, this is the blossom time. Earlier on this tree of life, there were one or two flowers here and there. So that's how we used to have realized souls here and there, a few of them, and nobody used to really understand what they're talking about. Now, of course, we worship them or we sing their songs, but at the times that they had come, we had tortured their lives and poisoned them, crucified them, and whatnot. Because the reason was that we could not see what they could see. There is a, we can say there is a complete a blanket on our eyes right now in terms of what we can see in this world. There's a completely different, a new world that we haven't yet seen, a new dimension that we haven't seen. That is why Kabira said, Kaise samjhaun sab jag andha, because the whole world could not see what they could see. Now, to make it Amas, Mataji's quote, that everyone should rise up to a level where they can feel this all-pervading power and understand what these great incarnations, gurus, prophets, saints have all talked about. And it has all been the same. There's no difference in whatever they talked about. But the question that how we can get it, how can it be so simple, is answered by actually, there's a very famous book called Nal Damayanti Akhyan, where Raja Nal, King Nal, was separated from his wife Damayanti by Kali, whose yuga we live in, Kali Yuga. And the king got hold of Kali and said, I'll destroy you because when your time will come, you will spread so much confusion and do so much harm to people. Kali said that, yes, go ahead, Rajan, but first listen to my importance. And he says that the saints or the sadhus who are today searching for God in hills and dales and Himalayas will be born as household people in my time, and they will get their self realization at that time. This has been promised in Bhragu Samhita. This has been promised in various scriptures, in all the religions. There is a talk of a future time when you'll get your realization, you'll get your Atma Sakshatkar. There's so many allusions to this, but people don't understand how that will happen, why, when, who will do it. Shree Mataji says the time has come now. We all have to get it. She's found out a way for our mass realization. When we get a realization, it's not a mental thing or it's not a certificate that anybody gives to you. You feel the power flowing through you. You feel your own chakras, nadis. You can feel what is wrong with you for the first time. You will know what chakras are catching, what is not okay. Then you know the knowledge has been given by Shree Mataji for free, how to cure these chakras, how to put them in balance, how to meditate and increase this power flowing through you more and more daily. Also, you can see the vibrations of other people, check their chakras, nadis, whether they be sitting here or in another country, and even give vibrations to them, cure them, put them all right. The most important thing, you can give self realization to others. It's like an enlightened candle can enlighten so many lights. That is how this goes on and this progresses. This is unbelievable and sometimes too fantastic for us to believe. But when you get your realization, you start feeling the cool breeze on your hands. So it's not mentally that I say that, yes, I've got my self realization or I brand myself that I'm a self realized soul. When we meditate, we feel the cool vibrations on our hands, which has been described by Adi Shankaracharya in his book called Saundarya Lahari. The beautiful vibrations, literally, the book's name is. And he says that when Mother's grace dawns upon us, we feel Salilam Salilam Chaitanya, little cool, cool vibrations. In Quran, it is said that when Qiyamah's time will come, your hands will speak and will give witness against you. It's very surprising that such clarity, the hands will speak. I mean, this is how hands will speak. You feel the chakras on your fingers. There's decoding of which chakra where. You feel the vibrations of your own nadis at the center. And that is how you get to know, witness yourself, what is wrong, and then you correct yourself. In Bible, it is said that when Holy Ghost will come, you'll feel the cool breeze. So all of this gets proven in Sahaja. This is one of the physical um, proofs that we get that yes, we are self-realized. And we get to know which chakras are not okay, and we know for sure, yeah, yes, this is the problem with me, which is why this is catching. So there's a complete veracity of why, what, how. Also, we feel these vibrations coming out of the top of our fontanelle bone area here. When these vibrations now are coming and we are ascertain that yes, we are connected with the divine. So when we say we are connected with the divine, that divine is an all-pervading power. It is everywhere around us. We've been hearing from childhood that Kan Kan Mein Bhagwan, God resides in every small atom around us, molecule around us. Then where is it really? We haven't felt it. We have the faith and we know it, let's say, but we don't really know it. Now, when you start getting these vibrations, you can check the vibrations of any even object around you, any place, any people, any person. Let's say somebody comes wearing a Kashaya Vastra and we start worshipping them, or any guru who claims to be a guru. You can see the vibrations of that person. If it's a bad person, you may get hot vibrations coming out of your burning sensations in your fingers. So that's when you know for sure that yes, this is not okay. This is right. You get absolute answers in life for the first time. Not everything remains relative for us. Such great happening happens inside of us. Why not to find it out about more and experience it? Even though it sounds so amazing. So Srimati used to give this example in the 80s, 90s when she would give lectures that you take a television box to a very remote village who had not seen a television till then and tell them that this would show the pictures of the world. And they would say, this box, how can it show? And then when you put it to the mains, that's when they see that, yes, this is an amazing box. Similarly, that's how we think of ourselves that, oh, how can I get it? How can this happen to me? How can I get these powers? I'm I'm really nothing, no good for nothing, etc. So that's how we consider ourselves and do not have the belief and faith that we've been created so beautifully by God Almighty and all these powers reside inside us. They just need to be put to the mains. What we'll do now is briefly talk about our internal subtle system and we'll see how we actually look from the inside. We all look very different from the outside, but internally, this is the subtle system that is inside all of us. The chart would be coming up on the screen very briefly. Priya? So, when we were in our mother's womb, the energy that created us, whatever name we may call it by, essentially entered from our fontanelle bone area at the top of our head, where you see this lotus kind of a thing. And you see that when we were kids and even small children, you'll see that there's a very soft spot here. And even it pulsates sometimes in very small children. Because this is the place from where this energy entered. And our prism shaped brain refracted this energy into three parts. So when it enters, it refracts into three parts. The one coming from right goes to the left, which is in the blue. One coming from left goes to the right, which is in the yellow. The one in the center creates these chakras inside us, these main. So these 3 and 7 are the main chakras and nadis inside us. There are more. Now, the energy after all of this creation comes down and settles at the almost the end of our spine. There's a bone called sacrum bone. Very interestingly, this is named sacrum, which literally means something sacred. So the Greeks knew that this is something special here. There's an energy that is making this bone very special. It comes and it settles. When it settles down, it makes coils, 3.5 coils, which is why it is called as Kundalini, because in Sanskrit, Kundal means coils. And this being our mother power is named as Kundalini. Now, when we say mother power, She's our individual mother of each of us, who resides in us, who's been with us all our ages, who knows everything about us. And her only goal, her only aim is to give us our second birth, our self realization. A Brahmin was called as Dvijaha, a real Brahmin who's known the Brahma. Similarly, a bird has been called as Dvijaha. Interesting, Dvijaha means twice born. Once the bird comes out as an egg, then it breaks through and it sees the world for what it is. That is the second birth that we are talking about here. Now, to talk about the three nadis very briefly, on the left hand side, we see in blue is the nadi called as Ida nadi. This Ida nadi is representing our all our past. So all our past resides in this channel. All our emotions emanate from the Ida nadi. So our emotional being is sort of taken care of by this nadi. It takes care on the growth of our sympathetic nervous system on the left hand side. It's also called as the moon channel. So people who are very emotional think of the past too much, use of this channel a lot. And this being the moon channel, it gets cooled up too much. And that is how we develop various diseases which could be psychosomatic in nature or maybe incurable diseases. We feel the status of this channel on our left palm in meditation. Similarly, on the right hand side is what we call as the Pingala Nadi. This takes care of the sympathetic on the right hand side. Also, it is called as the sun channel. This takes care of all our future, let's say. So, all our futuristic thoughts, our planning, our aggression, our ambitions, all our activity, whether it be physical or mental, all of that is taken care of by this channel. So people who are very depressed are on the left hand side, people very aggressive are on the right hand side, people very emotional on the left hand side, people on very aggressive on the right hand side, people who think of the past too much are on the left hand side, people who think of the future too much are on the right hand side. So you'll see that we are actually all the time thinking, and this thinking goes on and on and on and on. This never ends. We are, and what are we thinking about? There are only two things. Either it's something of the past or something of the future. And we jump from one to the other and we don't even know when we jumped. But being in the present is what will give us the real balance in life. So the channel in the center is called as Sushumna Nadi. This takes care of our parasympathetic nervous system. So all that is autonomous is taken care of by this channel. This is the channel of the present, of the balance. This is the path for Kundalini to rise and pierce through our Brahmarandra also. This is why it has been said that we should lead a moderate life, a balanced life. Especially Buddha has talked about balance a lot. So that whenever the time is right, we get to our self-realization, because this is the path for our self-realization. Now we'll briefly touch upon the 7 centers that we have. These centers are governed by various deities inside us. We will not talk about the deities today, but just touch upon the various qualities of these chakras. So each chakra also has 3 parts on the left, right, and center. And each chakra takes care of our various aspects of our physical being, mental being, emotional being, and spiritual being. And there are various reasons why these chakras are caught up. We'll try to again touch upon some of those in our discussion. Also, these chakras we feel on our palms. We'll keep talking about where we feel those chakras in meditation, because these are essentially on the gross manifested as plexuses, as the crossing points of nerves, and the end points of these nerves are our hands. That is why we feel the vibrations and the chakras so much better on our palms in meditation. The first chakra's quality here mentioned, which is Muladhara chakra, are innocence and wisdom. So an innocent man is the most powerful, Bhola, and that is the person who gets the realization most easily. Because you see, this chakra resides just below the Kundalini. And this is the one that tells the Kundalini that there is a person who is authorized in front of me. And yes, this person whose Muladhara chakra we are talking about is an innocent person, and mother, you may rise now. So this is a very, very important center which tells us the importance of innocence and purity in our life. When we go against innocence and purity, that may be in terms of, let's say, wrong things in sex, etc., this chakra is ruined very much. Also, people who are not innocent means very cunning and take advantage of others. All of those things also ruins this chakra. When this is awakened, we have pure wisdom. We know what is right, what is wrong for sure. And especially in children, this chakra being awakened can really allow them to lead a very, very correct life with absolute knowledge of what they should do and shouldn't do. They get the pure wisdom and intelligence. This chakra is represented here, where our palm meets our wrist, just the point here. On the left and right side, we feel the status of this chakra when we meditate. After this comes the Swadhisthana chakra. The quality mentioned here is creativity. Creativity means various things. It means creative powers. So all our art forms actually emanate from this chakra. Creativity means the dynamism in all work that we do. So all our work that we do becomes more dynamic when this chakra is awakened. It also refers to the pure knowledge. On the left hand side resides the pure knowledge of the divine that we're talking about here. That all resides there. When we go against that pure knowledge, that means we go into wrong kinds of knowledge of tantrikas, etc. We even go to tantrikas in places which are wrong, false gurus, etc. This chakra is caught up on the left hand side. This chakra is caught up on the right hand side when we are very aggressive and too much futuristic and thinking a lot, planning a lot, etc. Because you see, the right channel that we talked about actually starts from this chakra. And people who are too much on the right side think too much, plan too much of the future, even working and sitting on the desk and planning a lot. They use up the gray cells of the brain a lot. Those gray cells are actually provided by the fat cells. These are converted into gray cells by this Svadhisthana chakra. And people who keep thinking a lot use up this chakra's energy a lot, which doesn't allow Swadhisthana to take care of the rest of the organs like liver, pancreas, spleen, etc., which it is supposed to take care of. That is why people then develop diseases like liver troubles or diabetes. You'll find that people who think and plan a lot are probably the ones who get these diseases a lot. The chakra is represented here on both our thumbs. When awakened, all these problems can be brought into balance and subdued. After this comes the Nabhi chakra, which is the navel center right behind our Nabhi. This is the chakra of our complete benevolence, where we get the boons of a balanced, healthy and family life and good career life. And monetarily also we are bestowed upon. All of this comes because of this chakra. So people who may have family troubles, husband-wife relation problems, this chakra can get caught on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, people who are thinking of money a lot all the time, miserly people also, very career-oriented, very aggressive. All these kind of people also get this chakra caught up a lot. This chakra has some great qualities of, uh, so one, of course, we become generous and gracious to others, and very good hosts and love people coming over and taking care of them, all of that. But a real boon comes because of this chakra is our seeking. At animal stage, we were seeking, let's say, food, shelter, and whatnot. At human stage, we started seeking maybe in money, power, family, love, and all of that. Slowly and gradually, we realized that all of this doesn't give us the joy that we were looking out for. And slowly and gradually, that seeking leads us to seeking God, the ultimate. So that seeking comes to us because of this chakra. There's something that new seekers come to Sahaj Yoga like yourself are seeking God now. That seeking has come because of this chakra. This chakra we feel on these fingers, the middle fingers on left and right side. Around this is what is called as the Bhavsagar. Bhavsagar, we have heard the reference several times in bhajans and scriptures, and we say that Devi Bhavsagar se par lagao, and all of those things, because this is what is called as the, let's say, the mire of this world. But in reality, the Bhavsagar is the place of the dharma inside us. Here resides the true religion, and that is not Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, etc., but the true religion of humanity. This has been established by great prophets, great incarnations who happened to come on this earth at different points of time, at different places, among different kinds of people, and they taught people how to lead a balanced dharmic life. They spoke according to times and people, and thus we think that they're all very different. But in Sahaja Yoga, we understand that they're all the one, the same. And we worship them, we accept, not just worship, not just accept them, but also worship them. And people who are very fanatic about one and don't accept others are also catching on this chakra. When we take to wrong gurus as gurus, this chakra catches up. Alcohol intake, etc., also ruins this chakra. It's very easy to understand how this is the place of dharma. When we see something very bad happening, we end up puking. Also, people puke when they take to alcohol, etc. So all of this goes against the dharma that resides here. This we can feel around the center of our palm on both the hands. After this comes the Anahata chakra, the heart chakra, we can call it. Here in the center is our sense of confidence and security that God is taking care of us, that we are protected and sheltered by Him, by His power. When that sense is hurt or moved in any way, this chakra can get caught up. And let's say women, let's say who are very insecure about their husbands, may develop breast cancer, etc. Children who fall sick a lot, you'll find are usually the ones who are afraid a lot. So all of that can be put right when this chakra is awakened. On the right hand side is the father principle here. So you'll find that, let's say, children who have not known their father may be the ones who get asthma, etc. So in any shape and format, if you are not a good father or you've not had a good father or the relationship is not okay, this chakra is affected. Similarly, on the left-hand side is the place of the mother. Left-hand side is a very special place here because this is the place of the Atma inside us. What is this Atma? Atma is the reflection of the Paramatma. Inside all of us, he resides and is witnessing everything that we do, but is not yet in our attention. When Kundalini awakens, a spark comes into our attention and the Atma then takes over. And the Atma becomes the driver. Here is also the place of love and compassion inside us. This chakra we feel on the small little fingers on left and right side. After this comes the Vishuddhi chakra, which is right behind our throat. The quality mentioned here is collectivity. Now, when we raised our heads at human stage is when we knew that we are actually collective beings. We developed that sense of collectivity and oneness more and more over the period of time of humanity. That has come because of this chakra. We do all our communication to become collective by this chakra. So our hands, shoulders, throat, our tongue, teeth, mouth, nose, ears, outer part, all of that we use for communication, outer part of eyes, etc., is governed by this chakra. This chakra is very important because when this is caught up, we don't feel the vibrations on our hands and Sahaja because the nerves cross over from this point to our hand, 16,000 nerves crossing over on this point in our being. This chakra gives us several great qualities. One of them is the state of witness. We truly develop that state of witness when this chakra is awakened because that is when we feel that, and we know for sure it's not a mental thing, that we are part and parcel of the whole. And we are not doing anything. We are just witnessing the Leela, the world, that it is as it is. On the left hand side, this is caught up when we feel guilty a lot. So there are people who just feel guilty for nothing at all. Even for very, very small things, we keep feeling guilty. And things that we think that we cannot be forgiven for, etc. We just have to leave it to God and, of course, not do the wrong things again. But we leave it to God to judge and take over and just let it be. Because when it is caught up, we don't feel the vibrations. So we'll leave the judgment to our Kundalini who knows everything about us. That is what we'll do in meditation and not feel guilty. On the right hand side, this is caught up a lot for people who aggress others a lot, tell them they are good for nothing, shout at them, use bad words and whatnot. Tobacco intake, etc., also ruins this chakra. We feel the status of Vishuddhi chakra on our index fingers, left and right side. After this comes the Agya chakra, which is just behind where we put the Mindi or Kumkum or Tika. This is inside our brain. There's an optic chiasma, really, it's like a crossing here. And we see that the three channels cross over here. It's a very small path for Kundalini to pass through. This chakra opens up only when we forgive. So people who are not able to forgive are stuck at this chakra very badly. And we see that even our head catches up and we sit like this when we are very angry with others. Very easy to connect. But after this, you see that there are two balloon like things, ego and superego. Whatever actions we do in our life, whatever we do actually leads up to some amount of ego getting built up. Oh, I am this and this. Even though we may say that we are not an egoistic person, there is some ego there. And the other part is whatever we learn, the conditionings that we have in life ends up as a super ego inside us. More often than not, one or the other is always dominating. So either we are very egoistic or very super egoistic, which does this calcification and it stops the path for Kundalini to pass through. But once we are able to forgive at the Agya chakra, something miraculous happens. Kundalini passes through the Agya and it sucks in both these entities of ego and superego, which literally means that Kundalini eats up our karmas. When we say that we can't get over our karmas, this is how it happens. And then the path opens for it to pass through. We feel the status of Agya chakra on both our ring fingers in meditation. The very last is the Sahasrara chakra, at the very top of our head, at the fontanelle bone area. Sahasrara literally means the thousand petal chakra. This is the door, the place for us to meet the divine. It's called as Brahmarandram, the Shandwar. Brahmarandra literally means the hole to meet the Brahma. This is the place from where the all-pervading starts flowing through us, and we feel the cool vibrations also coming out of our head from here. This chakra is responsible for complete integration of all the chakras in this chakra, around this actually. And even as a personality, we are integrated more and more. We are integrated with God. So various connotations to that integration. Now, this is the brief introduction about Sahaja Yoga. There's a lot to know in terms of theory, but the most important bit that will really give us something that we're looking for is our realization, is the meditation. So let's move towards that. There are some steps that we can first see with our eyes open. We'll see them with our eyes open now. Later on, we'll do them with our eyes closed. These steps we do to put ourselves right a little bit, bring ourselves into some balance, post which we get our realization. There are some, so we use the 5 elements a lot in Sahaja Yoga meditation. We'll use some of them right now. So as you can see, we'll sit like this and keep our left hand open in our lap and the right hand on the Mother Earth. This is the first step we'll do to cleanse our Ida Nadi. We'll have some prayers when we meditate. Next, we'll bring the right hand back into our lap and put the left hand like this, bent from the elbow towards the sky. Again, we'll do some prayers here. This is for cleansing our right channel. Next, we'll put both the hands on the Mother Earth. After this, we'll bring the hands back into our lap and keep the left hand open as is and do the next steps only with our right hand. We'll place the right hand on our heart and press a little here. Again, we'll be doing some prayers while we do this. Then we bring the hand to our forehead and press from both the sides and bend our head forward a little. After this, we'll bring this hand to the back of our head, push back our head towards the sky. In the last step, we'll completely stretch our fingers, bring them back, and place the center of our palm at the top of our head here and press it. While pressing it, we'll move the hand in a clockwise direction so that the scalp moves along with our hand. While pressing from the center of our palm, we'll move the hand in a clockwise direction so that the scalp moves along the hand. These are all the steps that we'll do. Now, it is very easy to understand that just doing some steps cannot give us the ultimate that we're talking about. Once Shivaji Maharaj asked his Guru Ramdas Swami, who was a realized soul, that Guru, how long does it take for one to get their self realization? He answered that Rajan, by the time you take your one leg from this side of the horse to the other side, what he wanted to say was Tatshan. That means it happens that very second. You just need to have someone who can give it and someone who can take it. कोई देने वाला चाहिए और कोई लेने वाला चाहिए. Shrimataji is here to give it to us. Her photograph is a very special one. It is now going to come on our screen. Up until now, we have not had photographs of any realized soul. Our photograph gives us the vibrations that does this great happening inside of us. So she's here to give it to us. We just have to become humble and become the ones who will receive it. We'll sit in meditation with our hands open in our lap. Look at her photograph with complete respect and humility. The only thought inside us has to be that we want to get our self realization. While looking at her photograph, we'll slowly close our eyes and keep our eyes closed throughout the meditation. We'll sit a little straight, not very straight, not slouching, but relaxed. If there is anything tight on our body, we'll loosen it. Take out our spectacles. And bring our attention inside. Now we will do the steps that we had seen. We'll keep the left hand as is open in our lap and put the right hand on the Mother Earth. Here we have to pray that Mother, please take out all the impurities of my Ida Nadi through the Mother Earth. Mother, please take out all the negativities and impurities of my left channel through the Mother Earth. We'll bring our attention on our left palm and see what is happening there. Mother, please take out all the impurities and negativities of my Ida Nadi through the Mother Earth and bring it into complete balance. We'll bring the right hand back into our lap and put the left hand bent from the elbow towards the sky. We'll pray here, Mother, please take out all the impurities and negativities of my Pingla Nadi through the ether element. Mother, please take out all the imbalances, impurities of my Pingla Nadi through the ether element. We'll bring our attention on both the palms and see what is happening here. Mother, please take out all the negativities and impurities of my right channel through the ether element and bring it into complete balance. Now we'll place both the hands on the Mother Earth. Here we have to pray, Mother, whatever imbalances, impurities, negativities are still left in my Ida and Pingla nadis, please take them out through the Mother Earth. Mother, please bring me into complete balance. Mother, please bring me into the present. Now we'll bring our hands back into our lap. We'll keep the left hand open in our lap and do the next steps with the right hand. We'll place the right hand on our heart. We saw that this is the place for the Atma inside us. The Atma is eternal, and that is the only eternal thing. Rest all, this body, this mind, these thoughts, this ego, this personality that we think of ourselves, all of this is actually unreal, Nashvar. So the true eternal thing is the Atma. That is who we are. So we have to assert this truth, this great truth. I am the pure spirit. We will say in our hearts, Mother, I am the pure spirit. I am nothing else but the pure spirit. Mother, I am the pure spirit. As we are the pure spirit, we are not guilty of anything. We saw that feeling guilty really hampers our realization. So we'll leave all guilt and all thoughts aside and let our Kundalini take care of it. We'll say, Mother, I am not guilty at all. I have done no wrong. Mother, I am not guilty at all. Mother, with full confidence, we have to say, because God Almighty is the ocean of compassion, love, and forgiveness. There's nothing that He cannot forgive that we may have done as true seekers. We'll say with full confidence, Mother, I am not guilty at all. Now we'll bring this hand to our forehead and place it across like we would when we would have a headache and press it from both the sides. We have to bend our head forward a little. And here we have to say, Mother, I forgive everyone. You don't have to remember anyone, don't have to think of anyone, what they did to you, etc. Just one blanket forgiveness. We say, Mother, I forgive everyone. Actually, when we don't forgive, we don't do anything. We just play into the hands of people who did wrong to us. But when we forgive, God takes over. So we say, Mother, I forgive everyone, myself included. Now we'll place this right hand at the back of our head, where we place the pillow, and push back our head towards the sky. Here we have to say that, oh God, if knowingly or unknowingly I have done any mistakes against you, please forgive me without feeling guilty. Oh God, knowingly or unknowingly, if I have committed any mistakes against you, please forgive me. We can bring the right hand back into our lap to rest it for a while. Now we'll bring this right hand at the top of our head, the fontanelle bone area, which was a soft bone when we were kids, and press it hard here. While pressing it, we'll move. We have placed the center of our palm at the fontanelle bone. So move the hand in a clockwise direction and we'll bend our head forward a little again. Now here, Shree Mataji cannot go against our freedom. We must ask for a realization, and that is only when we get it. So we'll press the hand, the fontanelle bone, and move it in a clockwise direction and continue doing that and pray. Mother, please give me my self realization. Mother, please give me my self realization. Mother, please give me my Atma Sakshatkar. Mother, please give me my yoga, my union with the divine. Mother, please give me my self realization. Mother, please give me my self realization. Mother, please give me my self realization. Stop moving the hand and bring it back into our lap. We'll keep the attention at our Sahasrara where the hand was and sit for meditation for a few seconds. Now, we will bring our attention to both of our palms. At the very center of these palms, we'll see if there is cool breeze coming out of our hands. Can be in one hand or both the hands. It can also be hot at the beginning. No need to worry about that. Now we'll bring the attention to the tips of our fingers. There could be a sensation of some unpleasant tingling or burning sensation in some of the fingers. These are the fingers that are catching, means the chakras that are catching inside of us. Now, once again, we'll bring the right hand at the top of our head where we had placed it and raise it a few inches just above our sahasrara. We'll move it back and forth, left and right. We'll see, but there is from a very particular place, there is cool breeze coming out of our head, touching our palm. It is a very subtle feeling, so we'll look at it minutely. Bring the right hand back into our lap and see the same from the left hand. We'll place it just above the fontanelle bone area and move it left, right, back, forward. From a particular place, we'll feel the cool breeze. It could also be hot for some of us. Now, the last step, we'll just put our hands completely up towards the sky, elbow straight, palms open towards the sky, and we'll push back our head. And we'll ask one of these three questions three times. That, oh God, is this the Param Chaitanya? Is this the power of love of God that does everything? Is this the divine energy, cosmic energy? Just ask any of these three questions three times. We'll bring the hands back into our lap. In answer, vibrations would have improved on your hands now. We'll once again go into meditation with our attention at the top of our head. We will slowly open our eyes and look at Shree Mataji's photograph. You can see that there are no thoughts and there is complete silence. This is the first boom that we get from our self-realization, thoughtless awareness, nirvichar chetna. We bring both our hands together in a namaskar and thanks Shree Mataji and Kundalini Mother inside for this blissful experience. Jai Shri Mataji. For those of us who have joined for first or second time, we request you to continue attending these sessions for some time regularly so that this experience can be established with you. There, we also need to meditate daily in the morning and in the evening. And there are regular centers, physical centers all across the world in all major cities where you can go and meditate in collectivity and learn more about Sahaja Yoga and grow more into this. All of this is once again completely free of cost. There's no money taken or given in Sahaja Yoga. To know more about this, we have our YouTube channels and Zoom link and WhatsApp channels, etc. Priya will tell us more about them now. Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji, who are attending this session first time, we are requesting to subscribe our channel. On YouTube live chat box, you can see 4 links that we have sent from our end. First link is WhatsApp group link. If you have not joined WhatsApp group till yet, please join that. From the WhatsApp group, you will get all the updates about sessions and Sahaj Yoga. The second link is Zoom meeting link. If you have any question or if you want to share your experience, you can join Zoom meeting link and share your experience, or you can ask your questions. On a daily basis, we try to resolve all the queries. If you are not comfortable to join Zoom meeting link, you can send your question in YouTube live chat box. We try to resolve your query. We try to give your answer. Third and fourth link is our YouTube channel link. On YouTube, we have two channels. First, on which you are attending online meditation, and second is for Shree Mataji speeches. Our both the channels are completely non-commercialized, non-monetized. Advertisement options have been stopped. This channel has been started with the purpose that anybody who really want to get their self-realization can easily attend this session and get their realization. So we are requesting to please share this channel link with the seekers who really want uh, to get their realization and who are really in need of the God. In YouTube description box, you will find tutorial videos link from where you will get links for how to do food soaking, how to give bandhan, how to give vibration, how to take bandhan. So please watch that videos. Also, please watch videos related to chakra and nari. Videos are short, but from that videos you will get full details and complete knowledge about all the chakras and nadis. On this YouTube channel, on a daily basis, three live self-realization sessions going on. First, 8 8 a.m. in the morning. Second is in the afternoon, like 4:15 p.m. Third is at evening around 7:45 p.m. So you can join any of the session as per your comfort. And if you are attending this session for 15 to 20 days and you are quite aware about all the chakras and nadis, so you can join our deep meditation session, which helps on 5:30 p.m. in the evening. भैया, रमा देवी जी जस्ट रोड, शाम के ध्यान में बीच बीच में आवाज नहीं आती, कृपया ध्यान देवें.
Yes, I will intimate the others about this.
Yes, so we will, रमा देवी जी, हम ध्यान रखेंगे, we will take care of it. And other than that, there is no question.
Okay, let's take Shmati's permission and move forward.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Shree Mataji, and all the deities for today's wonderful self-realization session. Please forgive us if we have done any mistake or misconduct. Thank you, Shree Mataji. We are ending this session now.
Jai Shmati.
Jai Shree Mataji.